Welcome, Pisces. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do a reading for you. I am focusing through all of the major configurations of astrological energies that are a part of Lion's Gate, the full moon, upcoming new moons. We are I am focusing on the minor, mighty personal planet Mercury. Mercury just turned direct and is moving over its shadow period for the next couple of weeks or more. And this is extending this wonderful opportunity we have to review, rethink, rework, and to strategize the way that we're integrating powerful energies, illuminations, understandings into a whole presentation of who we are, so that we are not coming fragmented into situations which already may be fragmented. We're bringing the weight of our full presence into every moment as a way of finding the best way to harmonize, to absolve, to find peace and acceptance towards the solution of any challenge. Your overall energy for this reading is the Six of Columns. This is the Six of Wands, and it shows you doing collaborative work. You are working with a team. You're part of a team. You are fully committed to the power of the team, greatly magnifying your skills, your ability to solve problems, your commitment to a process that is fair and equitable for everyone. Your commitment and your ability to carry out your tasks on this team are so exceptional that your collaborators are honoring you, recognizing you, rewarding you, respecting you. It is that respect that is key. This is what you're working on. This is almost like a personal test of how well you can integrate yourself within an organization to be a single member and to affect the success or non-success of an organization through your energy, understanding that it is linked in with an already hyper-functioning machine of collaborators. Underneath the deck, the Three of Columns. This is the Three of Wands, and it's interesting. I see you nevertheless as a committed community member, team member that is responsible for setting the conditions for the team to have all the resources needed to do the work. In other words, you may be gathering the resources that the team has determined are necessary to move forward. You may be networking, making contacts, finding other people that can contribute to part or some of the project that you and your team are creating. So this gives you not a leadership role so much as a supporting role in the collaboration. And it looks like this may be the excellent job that you are doing that is supporting the work of the team overall. Beautiful energy, because you know you're invaluable. You know that your participation makes the team what it is, as well as everyone else's. And you're committed to that synergy, that harmony, that equity among collaborators so that you can magnify your production. I pulled an Oracle crystal card, and I pulled the Libyan Gold Tektite. And the key word is manifestation. I manifest positive outcomes. That's pretty straightforward. I like that. And that feels very much clear that your mindset is determining the success of your efforts, particularly with others. There is no failure when you learn from every misstep, every error. And in that way, positive incomes, even if the outcome is not what you anticipated, is still positive, because then you adjust learn, recalibrate, and move forward. So your overall mindset is very abundant. There are so many ways in which you understand any opportunity, any challenge as simply that, an opportunity. This is a general reading, and I'm inviting you to meditate. This is a form of a meditation that I'm providing for you as a way of looking into your own concerns, your own less conscious energies that emerge, and allow you to make adjustments as needed. So it is frustrating if this reading does not resonate for you. I invite you to check your other placements, and you will indeed find a message for yourself there. In the present, we have the Eight of Columns, or the Eight of Wands. Things are moving quickly. I believe that your things are moving quickly because you're finishing up something and a lot of things are replacing it. So everything that you complete, everything that you sign off on, that you articulate, is multiplying. And it's moving into your inbox is full. As you exit projects, wrap them up, complete them, conclude them, people are watching you, they're noticing you, and each conclusion opens up several more opportunities based on the invitations and the notice you're receiving. So this feels like busy. It feels very much like Mercury moving forward again, helping you to articulate the conclusions you have made, the observations you've had, the summaries you've been able to offer as a closure to a number of projects. And they are inviting more responses. And it may feel overwhelming, but I don't think so. I think that you've got a whole team to deal with this, and this is the beauty of your collaboration. In the past, the Five of Discs, the Five of Pentacles talks about conscious change in the way you experience your material world. And this often brings me to mind of the way in which you may be releasing how others have defined you. You may be releasing the lane that you were assigned from birth, for many of you, from your formative years, what your teachers thought you would or should do, what your parents or friends thought you would or should do. You're kind of letting that go. You're recognizing that no matter how wonderful that was, it doesn't offer you the opportunities that you want in this moment. You want the freedom to explore what you want to explore and to build that sense of access into the world of possibilities and success. So this speaks to a changing material experience. You may have moved in the past. You may be on the move. You may be casting about in your career for likely locations that you'd like to work in. But you're definitely incorporating movement into the way that you want to define yourself and learn more about yourself. In the future, the Nine of Columns, this is the Nine of Wands again. So wands, we've got quite a few wands except for this one disc. So this is all about your spiritual inspiration. This is about what moves you, what comes from your heart, what you're pursuing authentically. The Nine of Columns is about having been on this path for quite a while. It doesn't matter how old or young you are. You may have been return to this path after previous lifetimes, many previous lifetimes. So what it is you're accomplishing or attempting to accomplish is something quite significant and something that you have been prepared for and in the throes of being a preparation for a while. Although this card indicates the lovely ruined columns, what the image that I get is the one of the wounded warrior. So even if you're as tall as one of these lovely pillars, you have been chipped away, you've been eroded somewhat, you've been worn down in a way by your efforts and your attempts at being successful in some very specific regard. You are not depleted or worn out. You are wounded, you are damaged, but you are more determined than ever to reach your goal. And that's the beautiful thing about the wounded warrior. If it kills you, you're going to get there. And I'm saying that metaphorically. I don't mean that anything you're doing is intending to kill you or anyone else, but I'm saying that the level of passion and the strength of purpose with which you are attempting a particular goal is daunting. It's overwhelming. It is a force of nature, and you've not come this far to turn back. If you're resonating with this reading at all, please like this video. Please share it with others if you feel moved to do so, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I greatly appreciate all the support that I receive from you. So I'm going to clarify here the 8 of columns in the present card, or the 8 of wands in the present. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. So came out last, the Judgment and the 4 of Pentacles. So yes, there's some holding on here, and I do feel like the incoming invitation, notice, attention, opportunities are part of breaking up this inner resistance you've had. This inner resistance feels like you believe yourself to be in your comfort zone in the present moment, even if you're aware that you have goals beyond what you're doing in the moment. But you like who you're working with. You like the way you're working. You like the context. You may like the work itself. You may love the work. And so it is easy to get stuck there, to feel comfortable, and to stagnate to some extent. But the other part of you knows that uh, just because you're on your path, just because you know you're on your path, is no time for you to shirk. In fact, you can be using this particular present moment, this comfortable position you're in vis-a-vis your work or a project you're working on, as a foundation to move further out into the community. These are the opportunities that are coming toward you. The notice, the invites, the confirmations that you indeed are in the right place. You are the person that the world has been waiting for in some particular regard. You are articulating the message that folks want to hear, need to hear, the education that's being sought, the information they need. You have it. And you can be using this present moment to plan your forward move. It's easy to get stuck where you are in a kind of comfortable zone, but in fact, you're using this to leverage yourself into a new place, a less familiar place, a less comfortable place initially, but you're not allowing the comfort of your present world to lull you into a kind of stagnant state. And I think that's important for some of you. In the past, the 5 of discs here is clarified by, there's 2 and another 2, and I'll take all 4 of them. So first, the King of Swords. This is beautiful. You've been learning, speaking, teaching about the work that you do for a long time. The 10 of Pentacles shows that you already feel yourself a part of a very abundant and generous, resourceful community. And it's almost sounding as though this community helped you to supported you in moving in the direction that you are presently in. The Six of Pentacles is about the fine work that you are doing. This is the basis of your understanding about the way that relationships work authentically and productively. So you have carved out some very healthy agreements with others. Perhaps the contract you're currently working under came out of a family context. It feels as though there's some kind of uh, cultural or ancestral heritage that has put you in line for the work that you're currently doing, set you up with some of the people or the network that you currently know. There's something about the location you're in that satisfies a lot of things for you. And it certainly, if you're near water, which I believe some of you are, this is important to you. It's important to the work that you do. And it's important to your greater understanding of the context for that work. So this is feeling like you're doing some work around the sciences, some work around the environment, some work perhaps in the fisheries industry or in other locations. There are a variety of locations that are supporting natural cycles of wildlife. The Nine of Cups just shows you to be loving what you do. Whatever you do, your work sings to your soul. It makes you happy. You are comfortable when you're doing this kind of work. You're comfortable with the other elementals, the animism, the spiritual energy that you're able to connect with through your work. It makes your whole sense of being contented, satisfied, feeling that it isn't just the work you do, but the way you get to do it that makes you incredibly pleased, all the while educating, informing others about what you do and how you do it. In the future, the Nine of Calms, Nine of Wands is clarified by the Hangman, the Five of Cups, and one more, we have the Tower. So, there is a little bit of a flavor of the Scorpio reading here. However, the Hanged One, the Five of Cups, and the Tower are sort of clarifying this fierce determination you have to complete something, to get to that miracle mile, to actually feel yourself close to a success you've been pursuing for a while. You have had to hang back, to detach yourself from powerful feelings that may have engulfed you in the past around broken agreements, failures, heartaches, disappointments that you've had to weather. And really a sort of release of the emotional experience of those losses, the regret, the remorse, the second guessing yourself. Understanding, however, that a pattern that led to these disappointments repeatedly is one that you now feel that you have an objective sense about. You have a way of distancing yourself or detaching yourself from a lot of those feelings in order to see the pattern, in order to see your power and your role in repeatedly experiencing something as sadness, a loss, failure, a heartache. And that for you is the breakthrough, that ability to recognize that what you've been doing for so long, for many of you, whatever that habit, failure, disappointment that you keep experiencing, recognizing it as a pattern that you have a role in is really breaking you into this place of freedom. And it almost feels like, I don't know quite how to say this, it almost feels like once you have continued to recognize the multiple opportunities in our chaotic world to see the pattern. So this is about recognizing systemic patterns, institutional failures, ways that systems don't support those they're intended to support. Once you see that in your life, in the microcosm of your own life, it empowers you to impact this in the world, to break those patterns, to liberate people from their false dependency on institutions and authorities outside of themselves that do not know or are not concerned with what is best for them. That takes me back to this idea about manifesting positive outcomes. It's as if you can weather these changes, if you can weather the failures, the rejections, the heartaches, and understand that this is all within your control. You choose these. Love is always a risk. Any leap at opportunity is always a risk. But if you know who you are, the likelihood that you will pick something that matches you is greatly improved. And when you do that, the idea that the tower becomes not a way of life, because these are highly unusual times in some regards, but the ability to see through the structures, to see beyond the structures, to not get stuck in the rules or the laws, or to recognize that they are vehicles themselves to peace, to order, to harmony, then I feel as though you are moving on a level that others only can be awed by, be inspired by, understanding that you have broken through a kind of slavish devotion to the rules and the regulations and the expectations that someone else delivers to us, imposes upon us, and we comply. I'm going to finish off this reading, Pisces, with a seed and sickle oracle card, and well, there's a bunch here, but I'm going to take the ragwort, number 36, reducing to a 9. That is the number of completion. It is the number of the whole circle, success. So number 36 here is here. And it reads from this is the Dawn guidebook. Ragwort is seen as an invasive weed by many, but it is also the valuable soul food source for the striking cinnabar moth. You may have been feeling lately that what you have to offer does not fulfill what others want from you, but you have your own unique skill set to provide which others cannot. You may simply be growing into the wrong place, or it may be that the person who will value you above others has not appeared yet. Stay true to yourself, and you will be feeling appreciated soon. If you enjoy this content, Pisces, there's more content here you might enjoy for you to check out. Thank you for your likes and subscribes, and until next time, namaste.